Good morning. Me and Bo here. I gotta go out of town. I gotta do the last thing I gotta do for work, or for the old job. I gotta go to Shreveport, which is like a 5-hour drive. I'll stay the night, have a meeting in the morning, introduce my brother to those guys, and hand off that customer. Bo's got kind of a wonky head going on. Like, half looks swollen, so, hey. What's up with your wonky head? We're gonna take him to the vet and get it looked at, just double check. He's not acting weird, so seems to be pretty normal. So, cue the intro. Oh, emergency meal. Fucking struggling. Hopefully this helps clear the brain up. I am not in a great mood. Holy shit, that was close. I was full on fucking struggle bus. The knee's been really killing me today. I'm sure just the weekend being in New Orleans, walking around on it, just fucking trashed it. Just aggravated where the medial graft we put in for the cartilage. Medium graft for the cartilage. Can't think of fucking words. Whew. I guess I went a little too long there without food, got super fucking hangry, and then had some other stuff pop up, like going to the vet, do shit like that before I can get out of town for this 5-hour drive. Oh man, I ate a pound of gyro meat and some cauliflower. By the way, that's the best fucking cauliflower on earth. I got this pretty good hike ahead of me tonight. Probably end up meeting up with my brother for dinner, introduce him to these folks. Then meeting tomorrow, and I'll be happily on my way. Hit the road. What do you guys think about a Q&A? You want me to answer some fucking questions? I'll answer some fucking questions. Firing off this Q&A, got a question from Cathal Green 5. It says, hey man, big fan. What's the biggest fitness mistakes I've made, and how much mobility would you generally do? Two generalities, like a general. I have a general studies degree. Generally speaking, I would do enough mobility. I would do mobility to fix the weaknesses I have. I would do mobility to help, eliminate some risk of injury while training. I would do enough. There's no amount. I think, 10 or 15 minutes a day, I think is a ton, is plenty. Unless you have an injury and you need to do more. I'm gonna go ahead and say that my biggest mistakes and weaknesses have been nutrition. And for the last, I don't know, let's call it 20 years that I've lifted, and then, college, being an athlete, and continuing to compete as an adult, I don't think I've really got a decent grasp on nutrition for myself until 2 years ago. And I'm as in good a shape now as I've ever been. Physically, however, I'm injured, so I don't know what that's going to mean whenever time comes back to actually start throwing again. But I think I can use some of the knowledge that I have from following a ketogenic plan, from how I can treat my food and how I can fuel myself better for more success. So I would say that's been my weak spot, is, lying to myself and saying you're a fucking strength athlete, just push through, get the fucking food in, it doesn't matter that you look gross, just fucking be strong and amazing. Could have done better with that. Another question from Pike the Myrit. How long did I wait post-surgery to start doing Graston work? I started pretty early, man, and a lot of it being in the quad, not necessarily on the knee. I basically, as soon as it wasn't painful for me to touch, I started trying to get in there and start trying to break some stuff up, get some blood flow, get some nutrients back in, get things moving. That's the route I've gone, and there really wasn't a wait till date. It's basically just I let my knee dictate it, and that's how I treat a lot of rehab, is I let my body dictate when I can start the next step. Moz Grizzly Have I ever played football? If so, what position? Yeah, man. Grew up in the South. I was a fat kid in high school. You don't think I played football? They're shot put. You don't think I played football? Yeah, I played football. It wasn't very good. I was a guard, offensive lineman. Sweet 235, 250 pounds, 6 foot offensive lineman. Also was a deep snapper. Would have enjoyed playing defensive line, but I was a guard. Worked out well. I was okay at it. I got some offers from some small schools that I didn't particularly want to attend, and was better at track and field on, you know, as far as colleges were concerned. But I had a good time with it. I made all district, made all state. It was a 5A high school, and it was football. Don't miss it. I am treating myself to listening to Neil deGrasse Tyson on Rogan. One of my favorite two people to listen to have a conversation. He seems to get a little bit different stuff out of Neil, a little bit more far out stuff, and then Neil is excellent at explaining shit like I'm a moron. So, explain like I'm 5, Neil deGrasse Tyson, you're the king. The universe, big, yo. Up to the tippy top. Get in this room. Get to chill. Made it into my lovely hotel room. Tried to get some work done before I get out of here and find some dinner. Another question I got asked was, how did I hurt my knee? So my knee got injured a long time ago. I got an ACL injury from college. Got it fixed, retore it, competed for 10 years with no ACL. Finally damaged the meniscus, and now we're trying to fix a lot of stuff. So just taking a long time. Shreveport, Louisiana is not a city that anyone, why anyone would want to come here. Maybe if you lived in Bossier, but they've got nice casinos. I don't gamble. They've got nice casinos and the rooms are dirt cheap. So you get like a big suite with a couch like this. This room was $65. Letting the knee relax. Definitely feeling better. Basically staying off of it. Try to be smart. Room service. Probably all right. I got meats. Gonna stay keto. I'm gonna order a steak. Ooh, what else can I get? Make a salad, get a side salad. Sounds good. Go ahead and get the longhorn ribeye. I don't think, maybe green beans. Yeah, green beans would be good. No, that'll do it. My room number is 1830. That sounds great. All right, bye. Food on the way. Now I can honestly say this, with Hate Brand Goods being my only gig, I won't miss these weird hotel nights. I've done this for the last 8 years. So the other thing I'll have to remember is, since I don't work the job I have before, a lot of my diet excuses are gone. So a lot of the, oh, I had to eat on the road, or I had to do this, or I had to do that, that's all gone. So I don't have a lot of excuse, like I said, to be a piece of shit, to be fat. So I can take care of myself. I can take care of my meals the right way. I can eat the right foods. And one of the big things I've learned from doing keto for the last 6 months is, for me, it's a far more livable lifestyle for someone who does travel. Now, travel's not gonna stop, of course, but work travel's gonna stop. So I don't have to go to dinners and have to kind of entertain and have drinks and do these type of things, right? And it's like, it's not a boo-hoo woe is me, right? It just was fact. So now, the reason keto works for me traveling the way I do is at restaurants or ordering food, I can do a pretty good job of avoiding carbohydrates completely. Carbs are easy to avoid. You don't eat bread, you don't get rice, you don't have like carrots, you don't do dessert, you don't fucking have soda, you don't have a beer. Easy. These are the carbs I'm avoiding, are very, very easy to find. However, if you're gonna be forced to eat out, it is almost impossible to avoid fat, because everything in a restaurant is cooked in a ton of fat. Now, if I was gonna be more serious and do more of a bodybuilding type thing, of course, that's a much different style of diet. But that's not what we're going for. Very happy with the progress so far. Gonna keep on it. Was really good to let loose last weekend. Needed that. Mentally needed that. You know, it was also another way to get to spend some time with my brother. And two, it was a bit of a celebration. It was a bit of a celebration between my wife and I. And I get to chase my dream. I get to chase this thing I love. I get to chase this thing I've built. And what are the next steps to make it much, much bigger and much more our life, right? What are the offshoots? What are the next steps? How do I make it bigger than what it currently is? And so those are the things we're chasing right now. And they're a lot of fun to try to strategize and see what sticks and go from there. All right, I'm hungry. About to eat some dinner. Come on, open up, you bastard. Keeping it keto at the hotel. It's not that hard. Like, I got a side salad, some ranch. Shit, I probably could have got wings, couldn't I? Yeah, I could have. Dick. Good to know, in case I'm hungry later. But it's like 8 o'clock. I'm not gonna be awake much longer, that's the truth of it. So, a big part of the diet is just staying on point and making good decisions. I did let loose over the weekend, but that was very uncommon. I haven't done that in 6 months. So this is what we're looking like. Hell yeah. Oh, these are garbage, right? Those are fucking cowards' food. Should put them in the trash can. So as I wrap that up, I realized I didn't sign off or wrap things up real nicely, but that's a sweet night in a hotel. I don't have to go to Shreveport anymore. Super stoked on that part of not having a jab. But things are good. Business has been good. Things seem to be growing. You guys seem to be awesome and supportive. So we're gonna keep on point, keep on doing what we do. I get to go out and see Mark Bell next week. I'll see Silent Mike. I'll see Alan Thrall. Be in front of a lot of people. See Kelly Starrett. God, all the friends. Gonna try to see my friend Kat. Good week in California next week. Looking forward to that. All right, that's it. Spread hate, always party.